If you want to be able to build real apps like Instagram, Spotify, or Twitch, you're gonna need to learn a real database, not just UI design principles. That's where PostgreSQL comes in. Postgres is an advanced relational database management system used by companies like Reddit, Netflix, Spotify, and Twitch to securely and effectively store and distribute your memes, songs, and movies. So you can kind of thank the Postgres developers for your scrolling addiction. In this video, I'll show you how to install and set up PostgreSQL on Windows and how to get started using it. Let's go. The first thing you'll need to do is practice clicking on buttons because we're going to be doing that a lot in this tutorial. Second, you're going to need to go to Google and search for PostgreSQL download and click on this result here. There's a lot of operating systems here, but this tutorial is based on Windows, so I'm going to click on Windows here. Then click on download installer. The current version is version 18.3, so I'm going to select that one and select the Windows 64-bit installer here. So I'll just click on download. This will start the download process for my Postgres installer. The installer is 350 megabytes large, so it's going to take a while depending on your internet connection. But for me, I have gigabit internet, so this will only take seconds. Once it is done installing, what you're going to do is double click on it to begin the installation process. From there, I'll just click on next. Please make sure that you keep the installation directory as the default and click on next. And in here, please make sure that you have all the components selected, especially pgadmin4 because this is the graphical user interface we're going to be using so that we don't have to stare at a blank terminal. And click on next. Also, please make sure that you keep this installation directory at its default again and click on next. In here, you're going to need to create a strong password that you're going to remember. Make sure that is a strong password unlike your 1234 Wi-Fi password. I'm gonna write mine. For extra security, you can also write this password down to make it easier to remember later and click on next. For the port, just keep it at its default and click on next. And also default. And finally, we review our installation here and click on next. Don't worry, I actually read that. And then next, and this will begin the installation process. It's gonna need to copy a lot of files, so it might take a while. So in the meantime, hit the like button and subscribe to help me grow the channel. Thank you. Once it is done installing, just click on finish. And from this point, you can use the stack builder if you want to install any custom packages to your Postgres installation. These are basically add-ons and I don't need any of them, so I'm just gonna cancel and close the stack builder. At this point, you are going to need to go to the default installation directory to find your Postgres installation. That is your C drive, program files, PostgreSQL, version 18, and this is your Postgres installation directory. To access your Postgres, you're gonna need to open this folder here, pgadmin, and then go to runtime, and you'll find this binary here, which is pgadmin4. I'm just gonna right click on this and make a desktop shortcut so that I'll be able to access this thing on my dashboard here. To open it, you simply double click on it and boom, Postgres is opening up. And this is my Postgres dashboard here. I'm just gonna full screen it and show how to connect, then how to create your first database, tables, and how to run your first query. So from the dashboard here, you are gonna click on your workstation here and you are gonna select your server here. After that, you are gonna need to input the password you created at the installation phase of the video. Once this is selected, you only need to click on connect and open the query tool to be taken into your database. From there, you can go back to your default workstation and click on servers and then click on Postgres 18 and then click on databases. To create the first database, you can right click here and click on create, then select database. I'm just gonna name it my first database. I know that's very original, and click on save. Once our database is created, you can click on this here to bring up your query tool, and in here you'll be able to write queries to create a table. To create our first table, I'm just going to write our first query here. I'm just gonna say create table users with the following specs: our ID as our primary key, our username, which cannot be null, and also our email, which is a variable character, also unique, also not null, and our default timestamp here. To run this query, I'm gonna highlight everything and click on this button or click on F5 to execute the script, and boom, we have our first table created. Our table is empty, so we're gonna insert some values into it with the insert command. So I'm just gonna say insert into users, username and email. Remember, our default timestamp is going to be taken as our current time, and our ID is going to be automatically assigned. So we simply insert these values 1, 2, 3 into our database. To run it, you know the deal. I highlight our script and click on F5, and boom, our values are inserted into our table. To show you how our table looks like, I can simply use the select query with the command select all from users and highlight this line alone and run it. And boom, here is our user table. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.